So we have rain yet again in Illinois. That makes it really hard to, make videos. But I thought I'd do a walk around on my 88 today and talk about stuff I have done to it and maybe future projects with it. So anyhow, here we go. I'm going to do a cold start with it. And yes, I know it burns oil. It's done that pretty much since the engine got built. Isn't that awesome? Unfortunately, back then there was no warranty on it. I'll go into more of that later. Unfortunately, like I said, it is wet out and nasty out. I park under trees. This car sits outside. I mean, there's trees there, trees everywhere. It sucks. My car is trashed. It needs to be washed really bad before I do a walk around. I think I'm still going to do that today though anyway, and I'll just shoot part of my video at the car wash. And again, I know it blows oil. Alright, well, so I got some parts for my 88 Camaro. It needs, fail. So, I've been noticing lately that my 88 Camaro, that my floor on the passenger side seems to be getting wet. It's not terrible. I've never seen any leaks before, really, except for at the back of the windows, but that's kind of common for Camaros. Anyhow, so I took it to the car wash and got it washed. And I saw all this water all over by that side come from the window, so I need new seals. So I got a box here. I've already opened it up from Classic Industries, but you know, I have my seals right here, some nice new seals. These seals these are only for the top of the doors. They're not a full door, it's just the top around the windows. And then I also bought a couple packages of these. I was watching some videos where Guitar Armageddon ZL1 was putting some LED lights in his ZL1 Camaros, and I decided to start messing around like that with my 79 Camaro. So these are like side marker lights or like license plate light. That's something else I'll be dealing with later. But so for now, I'm gonna go get the car cleaned up. I'm gonna drop it off at the shop I go to and have them put those seals on for me. So here I am at the car wash now. I'm going to get it cleaned up and then we'll do a walk around on it. Well, it's cleaned up as good as it's getting for right now. I know it's not a very pretty car. It's an 88 Camaro, just a base Camaro, nothing special. Came as a 2.8 liter. With a 5-speed in it, and it was my second car. I've had this car since, like 96 maybe. So I have put a lot of money into it. Unfortunately, nothing in paint. It basically looks like it did when I bought it in 96. It doesn't, or the only thing different is that, all that paint peeling off, that wasn't there. The paint was completely dead, but it wasn't peeling off like that. So I locked up the 2.8 liter V6 that it had in it, and this used to be a lot prettier. Again, it's been here since maybe 96, 97 is when this engine got put in it. It's got headers on it with jet hot coating on them that's peeling off. The engine was freshly painted orange back then. It's got an aluminum intake. The heads on it are nothing special. That's they're just some stock heads. It's got an Elbrock carburetor on it, you know, stuff like that. Oh, and a MSD distributor on it. It has a MagnaFlow catback exhaust system on it, and it has a new Y pipe on it with no cat. Anyhow, so we'll show you the inside. The inside's pretty beat up as well. It was pretty tore up when I bought it, but as you can see, it says 5-speed right there. Yeah, it's not a 5-speed. It's a 6-speed. The transmission that was in it, the clutch was too small because it was a V6 transmission still, so it couldn't handle the power that the V8 put out, so it would slip all the time. So I got a LT1 style T56, and that is now in there. And also the rear end is posi, which it wasn't before, which was absolutely terrible. It had all kinds of wheel hop. But after the posi got put in it, it's much better with that. And it also has 411 gears in it. And I guess that's pretty much everything, well, that I've done to the car. I am going to, like I said, I'm replacing the seals. You know, these seals right here on the passenger side window. It runs all down in here really bad, so those seals are getting replaced. And I might be buying a different engine for it, one that is way better than that engine and has a lot more horsepower to start off with than that engine. And I guess that's about it for here. All right. Yeah, I think that MagnaFlow sounds pretty good. Shop so I can get those seals put on. And it's still raining. Still GM parts or Camaro parts. They're not. I turned my car into a Fast and Furious looking car parts. this rain is really putting a damper on things right now. I mean, this is only my second video that I'm working on. The first one I never even got to finish because of daylight and because of weather. And so then I decided to try and do this one. Then it rained today too, but I can still do this one. So I'm going to do this one right now, finish it up. But I don't, you know, I gotta wait. The other one is an outside thing with electricity, so I can't do that because I don't have a place to do it inside. So hopefully I can get this video finished up, and hopefully get some nice weather with some daylight, and I can finish up the other video, and then I can actually post a couple videos and see if I can start getting some people to look at them. Again, this is only my second video, so bear with me. I'm not used to talking to a camera. And I don't know. So if you have anything you'd like to comment, you can go ahead and comment below. You know, tell me, give me pointers, tips, whatever. Let me know what you think. Anything that can help improve. My recording experience is greatly appreciated and welcomed. Oh, and I know on some of the channels you see people are always filling up their gas. They're like, oh, I run through gas so fast. You know, it's like some of them are because they're in Lamborghinis or whatever. Well, they don't drive this car. Those 411 gears and the tiny little tank that comes in these cars. If I just drive back to work, and that's not a very far drive, that is like a 20-minute round trip, I can start with a full tank of gas and go to work and come home 3 times, and now I'm at a quarter of a tank of gas. So yeah, they don't know anything. And I do have to run premium in this car as well. Oh, and as I've mentioned in the beginning, yes, it burns oil. It burns a lot of oil. It burns oil almost as fast as it burns gas, it seems like. And that, unfortunately, like I said, has to do with the engine got built. The internals are new. The heads, no, they're not new. They're just some used heads that got thrown on it. The aluminum intake, that's new. The carburetor on it, that's new. You know, the distributor in it, that's new. Or it was, anyway, back in the day. None of that stuff's new now, obviously. But apparently one of the rings didn't seat properly or something like that, and it was burning oil from the get-go, and it did not come with a warranty. Because back then, I guess, performance stuff didn't really come with warranties too much, and if they built an engine that was supposed to have a little bit of performance to it, it was just normal to just have no warranty. So I got what I got. So I'm hoping in the spring to get a different engine for this car that'll be way better. This also is bored 60 over already, and so there's not a whole lot that can be done with the cylinder walls. So I'm hoping to get this new engine from my buddy that he bought. It's supposed to have a decent amount of horsepower to start off with. It already has aluminum heads, aluminum intake. It's an engine from a oval track car or whatever, a dirt car. The only thing it needs done to it is some forged pistons put in it, and it's a 350. It's not bored over. This car is a 350. It's, like I said, it's bored 60 over. getting traction and having some power behind it, because I don't want to break my rear end on this car. I mean, well, this rear end doesn't matter that much, but I need to get one that is stronger. But that's going to be further down the road. Alright, well, here we are. This is where we're going. So I'm going to drop my car off, and hopefully in a couple days or so it'll be fixed and I won't have water leaking into my car anymore. That'll be great, because, well, that sucks that it's getting wet in this car. I have a different car that got wet and the floorboards all rusted out and it made a huge mess, so that's not cool. So I don't want it to happen to this car. And, you know, again, go ahead and leave any comments below if you'd like. And my channel is Camaro MHS. And, you know, go ahead and give it a thumbs up if you like the video. Subscribe to it. And I guess that's